What's up, Juventus? Vlahovic finally opening up to his exit and his goodbye. The latest between him and Milan. You've got Comolli's 3 final targets to close out the mercato identified. And Saudi keeps pushing for Locatelli. And we've got an injury update on our players. We're going to go through all this right now. Berto, this is the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. It's August 19th. Let's rock with the news. We kick things off with Lloyd Kelly. He has been approached, according to Nico Gonzalez, by Premier League clubs and Super League clubs. However, his intention is to remain at Juventus. So for those of us that are hoping we could land a center back or someone at the back line to shore things up, maybe he is the key to that, and he has no plans in leaving Juventus. However, we still have Savona around there. You still have Thiago Giallo out there, and maybe these guys are opening up rooms, and maybe, just maybe, Juve still has intentions of trying to bring someone at the back. But my concern is that they do not, and they're waiting for Cabal, and we have a timeline there we'll talk about later in this video. Now, when we get to Nico Gonzalez, Roma are rumored to be showing interest in the player now, and this bodes well for Juventus because, of course, Atletico Madrid really wants Nico Gonzalez, so hopefully this is the spark we need to light that fire that finally gets this thing pushed through for a final move. And Comolli will need it to go through. It's being reported his 3 targets are identified, but it needs 2 moves to go through. The 3 targets are as follows. Kolo Muani, who is simply sitting there and waiting. The reports today suggest that the discussions are getting closer each day. I'm not buying it. There is no more discussions. It's done. It's agreed upon. They're just waiting for Juventus to make room so that we can facilitate Kolo Muani. So I'm not buying that there's more talks today. I'm not buying it. When it comes to the next 2 targets, Molina. Nahuel Molina from Atletico Madrid. And again, hopefully this Roma interest in Nico Gonzalez can spark them to finish that move. And maybe we get Molina to come in, and that would be a good safety net move for Juventus. Then you have Zhegrova. And it is being reported that there are constant contacts between Juventus and Zhegrova's agents, just keeping the lines of communication there, and they are definitely monitoring the situation, and the price seems to be around the 20 million euro mark. So the 3 names Comolli wants, Kolo Muani, Nahuel Molina, and Zhegrova to close out the mercado. But again, we need Nico Gonzalez to go, and we also need Douglas Luiz to go. But the latest is that, of course, the agreement is there, contract to 2030, but they are down to now the final details. Nottingham Forest is pushing through for the move and trying to close the deal on Douglas Luiz. So there you go. Half of the battle already there for Douglas Luiz. We need Nico Gonzalez, the second one, and then Juve can complete their mercado. If we were to complete the mercado with Kolo Muani, Molina, and Zhegrova, how would you feel about that? Hit me in the comments. Now, we get to Locatelli. Ahli obviously put in a first bid, 25 million euros. That was rejected. There are some outlets claiming that Comolli is going to have a discussion with Locatelli, and that Locatelli is not going to discuss anything with Ahli until he knows Juve's intentions. And they're trying to draw some type of drama up here in the media, as they usually do. And they're also claiming that Comolli would consider 40 million euros, but I'm not buying it. And Fabrizio Romano, I'm probably sticking to him based on what I have always heard around Turin, and that is that Locatelli is held in extremely high regard at Juventus. He won't want to leave, but he also is the type that won't be a problem to Juventus. But I'm going to stick with Fabrizio Romano on this one. He says 0 intention from player to leave and 0 intention from Juventus to move him. And right now, that's the right call. It would be silly to say goodbye to one of the few leaders you actually have on the team, your actual captain, less than a week before your season opener. So I'm going to stick with Romano on this one. Now we get to Vlahovic. The latest is that he apparently has made himself available to Milan, and Lautare, the sporting director from Milan, has been in contacts now with Dusan personally, and they are all working on getting this thing done. So Dusan Vlahovic also now starting to have more opportunities. Napoli looking for a striker. Will they come for Vlahovic? Some media outlets are trying to portray that. For me, we have to think about this. Will Napoli actually help Juventus? Will they get us off the hook on what is a problem for us with the 23 million euro salary that's going to be coming for Vlahovic? Can't see it happening, and I'm not going to hold my breath. Milan is the play, has always been the play. Hopefully, they can find something. And the big kicker here, what we talked about yesterday, Juve's stance has been clear amongst all their players. No losses. Something's going to have to give for Vlahovic. You can't say goodbye without a loss in some way, shape, or form. Will Juve give in? I would expect them to do it, because even a minor loss somewhere on salary is still a win overall for the grand scheme of things. So let's see what happens. And then you get to your injury update, and it is as follows. Miretti's timeline for return is middle of September. When you get to Savona and Perin, they are day-to-day, and Savona's actually trained with the group today. For Cabal, sometime in September. It's expected to be middle, maybe even late September. For Milik, unknown. That is just wild. He does have interest from Real Betis, but they reached out to try and see what this guy's condition is. Unknown? Is that what you told them? Oh yeah, we have no idea what's going on with this guy. Unbelievable. Anyways, that's your injury rundown. You guys know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army, and hit me with your thoughts on all today's Juve's news. Until tomorrow's edition, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.